What God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do does not exist. Nothing missing, nothing broken. Nothing missing, nothing broken. I live in the United States of America. My name's Ikemi Susan Ejawachuku. I have been married for 15 years and believe in God for fruit of the womb for 15 years. Pastor Jerry was sent for me. I don't know. He was sent for me. I came to Nigeria 2021. I was introduced to this platform by a friend of mine, a former colleague, Bibi, and then my sister-in-law also, Udame, introduced me to this platform, but I never took them serious. And I came to Nigeria and I started watching it online. It sounds like magic, but there's God on this altar. So I tried to see Pastor Jerry. I couldn't see him in church. And I was traveling to Owerri, and as God would do it also, he was also going to Owerri. I went to him, and I said to him, he didn't touch me, he just said the word. So I said to him, Pastor Jerry, I've been married for 15 years, and I'm believing God for fruit of the womb. I've done 2 IVF in Nigeria, I've done 2 IVF in America, with no success. It wasn't successful. I came down to Nigeria, I've done 6 IVF. And then Pastor Jerry said to me, all he said was, he looked at me and he smiled. He didn't touch me, he smiled. I said, this time, protocol will be broken. He said, go, protocol will be broken. He said, this time, it will work. I held on to it and I wrote it down. This time, protocol will be broken. This time, protocol has been broken. This time, it will work. And towards December, end of the year, Pastor Jerry said, write down 7 things what you want God to do for you. I wrote down the first one. I wrote down the second one. I wrote down the third one. The third was, I said, God, I want a Christmas gift. I want 2 stripes on the pregnancy stick. That's what I wanted, 2 stripes. On Christmas Day, as God would do it, this is what happened. If you look at it, on Christmas Day, this is it. This is, if you look at it, 12, 25th, 20, 21. God answered me. This is it. This is the scan. This is the pregnancy test strip that I wanted as a Christmas gift. And I tested it on Christmas Day. It was positive. And this is the scan that I did. On the 26th, I started spotting. And I listened to the preaching where he said, Pastor Jerry was preaching, he was talking about me. He said, that child will grow. That child will grow and it will end in praise. He said, no matter the challenge, God has done it and it is your miracle. I held on to those words. I held on to those words strongly, and those words did not depart from me. I kept prophesying on those words. I said, in the days of King Herod, Mary was pregnant. In the days of King Herod, Jesus Christ was delivered. No matter the challenges, I am going to carry this baby for 9 months and I will deliver this baby in full term. I am not in my early 40s. I never had high blood pressure. Everything was normal. I was never sick during my pregnancy. Everything went smoothly. It can only be God after 15 years. It sounds like magic, but it is real. Just hold on to the word and it shall come to pass. I am a living testimony that God is on this altar. God is on this altar. Today, God has blessed me with Eliana Mfonobongobasi Chimamanda. It can only be God, not man. After 15 years of waiting on the Lord, and the Lord finally did it for me. The Lord finally did it for me. I have come to say, Father, Lord, I thank you. Father, Lord, I thank you. There is God on this altar. What God cannot do does not exist. Join me in thanking God, for God has shown me mercy. God has remembered me on this altar of fire. If God can do it for me after 15 years, He can do it for anybody. In the doctor's office, once they see me, once they see me, they say, what God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do does not exist. And I say, nothing missing, nothing broken. NSPPD. What God cannot do does not exist. 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 I am that woman that God remembered after 15 years. He wiped my tears and answered me and showed me mercy. When I was given names that is not mine. What God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do does not exist. Eliana is here. To God be the glory. Thank you, Pastor Jerry. Thank you, NSPD. What God cannot do does not exist. I am that woman after 15 years that God showed mercy on. God visited and changed my name to Mama Eliana. Bye.